Hi everybody. So now in this year, so we are welcome to Steve Guggenheimer to Channel 9 stage again. And also we have the special guest, Josh Holmes, who was the DX team. So we are now, everybody is DX team. But, so now, Guk, so I heard you had a new role at Microsoft, right?
I do.
Yeah. So what are you doing right now?
I'm busy switching from from DX, not Decode. I'm using Decode to switch from managing evangelism to move into the AI team at Microsoft.
Team.
Yeah.
So what is the AI team role in Microsoft? Especially lots of the Japanese guys don't know what is Microsoft, what is different with the Microsoft research.
So we took all of our artificial intelligence technology and our research group. We brought them together.
Oh. That's
so
excellent.
we have an AI, artificial intelligence, and R, and research organization, and I'm working on business AI solutions and helping tell the overall Microsoft AI story.
It sounds like the AI team and the research team working together.
Working together, because it turns out AI takes software developers and researchers to make a good platform.
Oh, that's great. Sounds great. So it sounds like anything can do very quickly and to deliver to customer to simply. So anyway, so I think some of the customer is aware of the AI is very common word, but the business AI sounds like new word for the many people.
Yeah, we haven't talked a lot about business AI yet. Yes. The notion of using AI to build solutions for real line of business applications, maybe financial services, retail, work you can do on sort of call centers or marketing. There's a number of areas where AI can help businesses, and our team is focused on building some of those solutions.
Like Josh, exactly, you did a demo in this keynote. It sounds like really business AI scenario, right?
Yeah, so the demo, for those of you who didn't see it, was Litware Insurance, and we started out with a conversational UI where we were interacting from a user perspective with the site, and then we moved from there into how we're helping from the dynamic CRM and actually doing predictive models on how likely the customer was to buy, and then introducing the agent, an actual human, armed with that intelligence that we had just uncovered with the AI, all the way to how do we run our large marketing campaigns. It's just one of the many things that we're doing, here at Microsoft right now. But my big question for Steve here, as you're starting on this new role here, is why now? Why AI now?
That's a great question. One of the things that's needed for AI is a lot of compute and a lot of data. And so the cloud sort of frees up compute for everybody to have access to, and it also allows you to store very large amounts of data and reason over it. So before today, if you really wanted to work on AI, you were either a big company or a university and you had a large data center, and even then it probably took a long time. So the growth of the cloud as a place that people can go to essentially burst large amounts of compute to train models and to store the large data sets you need to train them is opening up AI for so many more people. Marry that with the growth of data, so there's more data available to train models, and with AI algorithms that our research department, governments, universities, other companies have been working on. That combination of cloud computing, really powerful AI algorithms, and large sets of data are making it such that AI is becoming much more prevalent and available for all developers to infuse into their work.
Yeah. So why AI has a big deal like such a thing? So it sounds like the financials, or manufacturing, the government looks like a really big deal for the every developers.
Well, I think to build on the point from Josh, the fact that developers can take advantage of AI now, people see the possibility in almost anything you do. In the same way, people are using sort of the mobile-first, cloud-first approach to transform their businesses. AI can change any business process. It can change any vertical industry. We use it at Microsoft. If you think about all the security work we do in threat management, AI is a part of that. If you think about how we tune our networks or tune our products, AI is part of that. If you look at the work that we do with Office to enable all kinds of things, from things as simple as spell checking or grammar checking to PowerPoint layouts to what we showed today with the new translator. All of that is AI infusion. And then, pick any business, pick any industry, everybody sees the possibility.
It sounds like now Microsoft adapting AI to the Microsoft product and service itself.
Yep.
And if so, it's possible that many developers can learn how to use AI by Microsoft product or services as one of the idea. So if so, how developer can making the application using the Microsoft AI technology or such a thing. So how is that sounds complex or sounds easier?
It can be both. I think Microsoft has always been a provider of tools for developers, and people talk about the democratization of different development capabilities. Part of what we're doing is taking some of the AI capabilities and making them accessible for anyone. So we have 29 cognitive services now. Part of what we're doing is making some of them customizable, like speech and image and language. And for those services, we make it easy for developers to use them. They can use a simple JSON endpoint when they're building their services, and then their own custom models. Then we have more complex tools. If you're trying to reason over very large sets of data, whether it's the R language and our R tool set that we have, whether it's batch learning on GPUs, whether it's machine learning models, whether it's TensorFlow or CNTK, or today we announced a partnership with PFN. So there's sets of tools for each of the audiences, and in each case we try and mirror sort of the technical depth they're looking for. Even something like the bot framework. The bot framework allows you to build a bot and reach multiple channels. And so today, actually at Build, we announced this tool called Adaptive Cards, which allows a developer to essentially build the UI once, and then it'll build out for all the different channels that we offer, so that a developer doesn't have to think about, okay, what's the UI look like in Skype versus Slack versus Messenger? And so we do spend a lot of energy to make tools available for developers, and also make sort of the sophisticated tools available for data scientists, so we cover both.
It sounds like the Microsoft covered not only developer, the data scientist using the CNTK or TensorFlow or something else, everything running on the Microsoft platform. So we supported such a really great tool set for everybody. So also, so that now in this morning, so we talk about a little bit about Windows 10. To the developer story a little bit, but it sounds like some AI capability looks like in the Windows 10 itself. So now, so that many developer has the opportunity, so they're learning the AI not only Azure, so maybe some another place. So what do you think? So what developer can learn the application, not only Azure, the Office 365 or Dynamics, what synergy can do by these collaborations? So if developer build every application only single platform or connected platform from the Office 365 or something else, what kind of the impact so the developer can make?
You want to take a first cut at that? Because I wasn't quite sure what he asked.
Yeah, so it's a long question.
It's a long question.
Yes.
So it's a long question. So let me start by on the consumer side, we've obviously started building in a lot of things, leveraging machine learning and AI. Steve talked briefly about spell check and that kind of stuff right inside of Office, but we're using it for a lot more than that. I mean, and we've got much more sophisticated engines like Cortana that are so we've got a lot of things that are facing the consumer, and as developers start building applications for consumers, they can actually leverage a lot of these same things. So we can actually build skills for Cortana to help Cortana do additional tasks.
Right.
And then we can build into the conversational UIs and actually give those conversational UIs voices and hook them up to ML engines on the back end, leveraging our cognitive services. And I mean, we kind of skipped over a little bit the definition of a cognitive service, which is, you can, if you want to, go crack open CNTK or TensorFlow or something else and go build your own models. But oftentimes, really what you need is you need to be able to recognize an image. You don't need to go spend 6 years and get a PhD to go do that. Instead, we actually have a service that will do image recognition for you. Right, and you can build up and train your own models, or retrain those models with your own data and your own pictures. That was actually one of the demos that Drew Robbins did this morning. Yep. But as Steve said, we've got 29 of those that cover a lot of different things, from sentiment analysis to text recognition to to the image recognition, etc. And then when you get into actually building for the applications themselves, so if you're building into Office and you're building into, if you want to integrate with Skype and our other first-party services, you still have access to all those same cognitive services, and you've got more access inside, Word for, seeing what the spell checker's doing, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of things that we can do from a developer's perspective before we have to get into becoming the AI experts ourselves.
Yeah. One of the videos we showed this morning was an indie game developer who's taken the speech recognition tool and our language tool and basically created a custom model very easily. And so when you talk in this game, it recognizes the words, it's been trained, and so they just love the fact that it was easy to do and they didn't have to get that PhD to create their own sort of model.
That's amazing. So previously, the people, maybe developer never mind how to do that. Right. And also what is possible, such a thing. So,
and by the way, this is not to knock the people with PhDs. I am incredibly impressed with the work that they do, and we also have tools that help support them. And they are a necessary part of this whole thing. But the way that we can help them scale their work is by wrapping some of that work into the cognitive services.
So today, at your final parts, there was really emotional video. Right. It sounds like a really good developer story.
Yep.
So do you have any other kind of the similar story, not similar, the developer story for some developer can help the customer leveraging the AI technology, not only the Emma's one.
Well, there's a couple that we've shown. Today we showed Emma, which you can find on the web. Last year we showed a scenario with a gentleman who can't see, and then it had the glasses that were able to use the image recognition to be able to tell what was going on around them, and then speak to the person in their ear, so they could essentially know what was going on and recognize, oh, there's a dog in the, you're in a park and there's a dog over there, or a person with a, on a bicycle just rode by. And so again, it was using AI technologies and the cognitive services to enhance human capability. There's another video we showed at Build this year from a company called AirDoc, which is using AI tools to be able to diagnose diseases in a much easier fashion. So there are many stories of how AI is helping, and we think of AI from the Microsoft perspective as sort of enhancing or augmenting human abilities or capabilities.
Absolutely. So we have a couple of big stories that are coming out very soon. Can't quite talk about them yet, but stay tuned to aka.ms/RLC. Gotta get that little plug in there for the Real Life Code blog.
Got it.
But we're working with, I can say that we're working with the Red Cross on some really interesting things, and so we'll be talking about that on the Real Life Code blog, aka.ms/RLC, shortly.
So now it sounds like a lot of the new opportunity for the developer. And so as Gooks, you move to the AI team. And so it's like, I think speed, the making speed or researching speed is more accelerated by this. So how developer, checking the information or something else, so maybe Microsoft site, maybe we will do a lot of update. And next, maybe big event in this fall or something else. So what do you recommend to the?
Well, there's two things. One of the things we did is we took all of the AI content and we aggregated under www.microsoft.com/AI.
/AI.
So AI is the place to go. We also put all of the code samples from Build up on GitHub. You can get there from the AI site. And then to your point, you should stay tuned. Because we've got more events coming, and it looks like we're getting towards the edge of time here, so we better wrap up.
That's excellent.
Yes. So we've got, what do we got left on time here? Yeah, it says we got about 30 seconds.
Yes.
So I'll wrap us up here. Look, I couldn't be more excited to be at Decode. The conversation around AI is growing. You know, the tools for developers to infuse AI into all of the services they're building and apps continue to get better. And it's probably one of the most exciting times in the industry. So go to Microsoft.com/AI. We want to use AI to help augment human ingenuity and capability. Have a great evening. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Decode.
Thank you, Decode.